Groovy.
Welcome to Horror After Midnight. I am your host, KC, joined tonight by Slinky, Jallo, and the Saw Guy. How's it going tonight, guys?
It's going,
Doing
man.
good. Woo! I'm ready to release this evil.
Release the beast. This is
Right,
another
Evil
one we're
Dead.
jacked up for. It's the Evil Dead remake. Oh my god.
Woo! Shit. And let me tell you, this has to be up there with one of the top best remakes up there. The top 5, I'm going to call it.
Absolutely,
Oh,
man.
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, I got some numbers here. Let's see.
Let's talk the numbers.
Evil Dead is a 2013 American supernatural horror film directed by Fede Alvarez. It's his first movie right out of the gate, so that's pretty cool. It was written by Fede Alvarez and Rodo Seguers, I guess. I butchered that name. Produced by Sam Raimi, Rob Taupert, and Bruce Campbell. It's the fourth film in the franchise.
Groovy.
Yeah, I guess it takes place before or during like the TV show. I think that's where it falls into line. Let's see, starring Jane Levy. Oh, she's so cute. Shiloh Fernandez, Lou Taylor Pucci. Let's see, Jessica Lucas and Elizabeth Blackmore. Production company TriStar Pictures, Ghost House Film Distributor. That's the name of the company. It was distributed by Sony. Sorry. And it was released on March 8th, 2013 at South by Southwest. And then it was released in the U.S. on April 5th, 2013. Now the budget was $17 million. The box office was 97.5. Like,
Son of a shit.
Money hand over fist, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's
get into it.
The fucking Nobi cabin.
Well, and, what'd you think of it, Slink?
Oh boy, I saw this in the theater twice, man. Like, because I mean, I wasn't skeptical or anything because they had been talking about releasing another Evil Dead movie for fucking years.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it was boom. It was greenlit production. It was happening, and it was like, okay, cool, all right, we'll see. I was gonna go see it anyway, and then I saw the fucking trailer, and my mouth was hanging open after I saw the trailer because I was like, ooh, like the tone, the look, everything, man. It's awesome. Yeah, like I said, I saw it twice in the theater, man. And spoilers, kids. When he pops up in the credits, dude, the whole theater lost their mind. Like, everybody went crazy, like, yeah, because that's all he has to say is one fucking word, man. It's just groovy. And you're like, yes, the chin spoke.
Oh my god. It's so funny the way you said it because he doesn't sound like he was young, like when he first said it, like groovy. You could tell he was a weathered old man, and he was just like
grizzled man. Like he's been fucking killing deadites for 30 years.
That was badass, dude. Because I completely forgot about that scene because I saw it in theaters, but everybody fucking bailed, and I thought, okay, no one, they're not gonna put
people just take the fuck off, man. When the credits start going, some of them probably gotta pee, and
Well, because that was at a time that they weren't doing that shit in 2013. It wasn't until like Disney started putting in with their Marvel movies and shit, and then they were telling people like, "Oh, stay behind. There's some."
There's a lot of movies that do that shit now. So it's like, oh, you didn't see the post-credit scene?
You're not a real fan.
Sometimes they'll run the entire thing, all the credits, and not even show it until like the very end.
So, yeah. And some of the movies they have a scene, if you want to call it that, and it's just like that was it. I watched them eat falafel. That's what I was waiting for. Like, come on. But yeah, no, the movie, the story's decent, man. Like, I was wondering how they were going to do it, and that to me that makes sense. That this girl is trying to kick the habit, and so they fucking take her way out in the middle of nowhere to the family cabin, and it's man. But the movie's beautiful, man. Like the cinematography and like the composition, it's just it's so good. It's so good, and it's scary as fuck. Dude, that movie.
Special effects, like everything was great.
Oh man, like the makeup,
one chick like cutting her tongue in half and shit.
Yeah.
Those electric slicer knives. I hate those things.
Yeah, those fucking things will cut through everything, man. I almost severed a fucking finger off one time just cutting up tri-tip, like, oh, son of a bitch. Here she cut off her arm down to the point where it was just like hanging by a thread and just
it's all gnarly and shit. So good, man.
Oh man.
I like the because I mean let's face it, not funny whatsoever. There's a little humor in it, but it's kind of like, oh, it's like grim humor.
Yeah, it's a much more serious horror film.
Yeah. The kills. I don't even want to say the kills, man, but it's like just everything kind of fell into place, man, and everything was like, I think, done intelligently. Like it wasn't just crammed in there. It was, when they discover the cellar door and all the fucking blood and shit, and the guy's like, "Holy shit, what the?" And they go down, there's like dead cats and shit hanging. Like, oh, like it's fucking wild, dude. It's wild.
I gotta tell you, man. Like me and KC, when we were talking about this film, like, dude, it was just we were gushing over this film because this is completely fucking different, as you said. And it's not like it follows some of the main meat and potatoes of the original, but the beginning starts off like you find out that it's true evil there because they have this chick like tied up into a fucking post, and then she's like, "Dad, it's me, Dad, it's me," and you see this like lady talking in Latin, like, "Burn the bitch."
Yeah, she's talking some kind of backwoods banjo, dude.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy because he's like, "I'm sorry, baby," and he pours like gasoline on her, and then she's like, "You're gonna burn in hell. And I'm gonna eat your soul." And I'm like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
This one falls into like the Dawn of the Dead thing, where the intro was just like, "Bow,"
Oh, and just when you see the body burn,
off.
Yeah.
When the dude, like, when the dad, like, shot his daughter in the fucking head with a shotgun.
Oh, yeah, dude, headshot.
It was just boom, and then you see just the titles that popped up, Evil Dead.
Yeah, dude.
And
like you see her fucking crown land on her neck and then fire.
Yeah. Dude, it was just like, when I saw that shit, I was, you all know me, when I see a movie, I stand up, throw that shit up! I was the one guy in the back that everyone kept telling, shut the fuck up! But it was like really intense because when you see the original one, and we discussed it in the previous episode, I mean, they tried their best to keep it realistic, but because of the time and the effort and the money, they put a little humor into it, not a whole lot. Mm-hmm. This one, they had some humor in it, but it was very dark and gritty. But the fact that it was just, I love the gritty tone because they made it so realistic. Like, this shit could actually happen, where somebody's trying to beat drugs. It was her brother that was taking her out. Everybody was either a nurse or a physician's assistant or some kind of, medical field. They take her out there to outbeat her withdrawals. And then that's when, they don't believe her, like, seeing shit, about, like, and then it kept in the tree raping scene.
It was wild, man. I was like, are they going to fucking do that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And see, that was crazy.
A lot more visceral than the fucking original, man.
Yeah, well, because the original they had it like very comedic in a way where she's like strapped down. You see her like bra rip her and her clothes and shit. This one, fuck no, it went full on tree trunk, and yeah, and you didn't see it coming. And then the fact that they just like the story. Oh my god, the story. I love the story, but I didn't like a couple things about it. But before I get into it, I want to hear what KC thinks. What'd you think of everything on this, man?
This one, from pretty much, I mean, there's a couple things that you could complain about, but for the most part, the opening, fucking super intense, story's amazing, cinematography, special effects, all across the board, is an awesome fucking movie. A lot of fucking blood. I don't know if it like broke the record or not, but
that was one of the pages I had printed out that got fucked up. Yeah, it will rain blood. I was thinking Slayer.
Oh god!
For the longest time, it was Dead Alive that had the record, but I think this one might have broke it, or the It remake. I don't remember which one, but definitely close. If not, already broke the record.
This one,
all around, was really creepy. Everything about it was very dark tone, like you were saying. Nothing really to complain about besides, I'd say, like the very end when the chick does the whole Chucky thing with the hand ripping off part. That was a little strange. She should have been in a lot more pain than it seemed like.
Well, it was a Jeep landed on her fucking arm, and
it just smashed it. And I'm thinking, like, medical stance, like, I can smash it, but you can't pull the fucking bone and everything all out like that. Like, no matter how desperate you get. But I also, too, what I thought was crazy, it was on the wrong fucking hand. Because Ash Williams,
was it left hand? Yeah, it was a left hand.
Yeah,
right?
Hers was on the left hand. Ash was on the right. that's why I was like, what the fuck? But then you find out what it was, and you know, spoiler alert, kids. Like, this is the thing that I had the issue with. Like, I love the characters, I loved how they build them up, and then you see like the way how she becomes a Deadite. She was the one that's like underneath the basement. We're gonna get you, like in the original. Yeah. And see, what's crazy is that like he read the book, which was something different because you didn't see that in the original because they had the tapes and shit. And part 2, they read the book, but they didn't read up that part. So he buried her alive, kept her dead. But it was cool because he makeshift a fucking defibrillator out of a car battery, which if you know medical and your science, you can do that shit. And then when he brought her back, it was like, okay, cool. Like something's going to happen. And then you're going to find out that he's going to be badass Ash, right? Well, his friend comes back as a Deadite, stabs him in the neck. It's like, no fucking way, dude. And they had so many signs. And this is what I thought was crazy with the twist. It was like M. Night Shyamalan in a way, because you thought the fucking brother was Ash because he dressed the same like him. Denim shirt, white underneath shirt. He had the jeans and the boots, straight on. The fact and the fact that he knew how to make a defibrillator out of like scratch and shit like that, I was like, okay, so this has to be Ash. But then the twist is that it wasn't. It was his sister the whole time, and you know she was dead, came back alive, was resuscitated. She kills the friend that becomes a Deadite, and then at the end, in the theatrical one, they didn't show it, but in the deleted scenes, I thought this would have been really cool. They show that he was turned into a Deadite and the house burned down. And I thought, okay, they planted the seeds for a sequel, which would have been badass, but they didn't do that. It was a deleted scene. And then, you know, it follows up with the book, how the demon comes out of the ground and it starts raining blood, you know, and then somebody better cue the fucking Slayer raining blood. But it was fucking cool because like the demon came out and was just like fucking badass. Some of the scenes with the makeup where she's running in between like the what was it, the fucking shack or whatever, and you know and she's using the machete like Jason, punching it through. So I thought that was a cool little wink to Jason. And then you see how like her legs and shit get cut up and chopped up and her arm. And then this is the best part, you know, obviously with the Jeep coming around, smashes her hand, rips her hands out, fucking full on Child's Play 2. And then, you know, that's when she's like, oh, I'll feast on your soul. Then she's like, feast this, bitch. Starts the chainsaw and then just puts it right through that fucking demon, up and down and round and about. And the fact that it was raining blood, and then the music. This is another thing I love about this film, was the fucking music. They made it, I don't know who did the composing, but the way it sounds like it's the same composer that did Conjuring. I don't know if it was Bashir or not, but it sounds very piano and like, that kind of thing, like very like. But that set the tone for this to make it very creepy, make it realistic. And the way the movie ended was great, but I just, you know, my thing was, and I talked to KC about this. Have you seen the alternate ending?
No, I don't think so.
No? Oh, okay. So I'll break it down real quick.
I got the DVD, but I don't.
The alternate ending shows where Mia's walking, right? She has no hand. She's like this, and then she falls down in the middle of the road. Some dude in the truck, like an old guy, comes out and says, "Hey, darling, you okay?" He sees that she's got no hand, fucking bleeding to death. She's like, "I need help." So he picks her up, puts her in the back of the truck, and he's like, "Don't worry, darling, we'll get you to the hospital." And it zooms in on her face, and her eyes open up, and her eyes turn yellow, so she becomes a Deadite.
Okay.
And I thought, oh shit, that's badass. But like, there's a reason why they didn't put that in there, because nobody wanted to see that scene. They wanted to see, you know, Ash. They wanted to see Bruce Campbell come out and say, "Groovy."
I'm so glad they did that, though. That's the thing, man. Like, I'm really, you know, that was.
Yeah, because I don't know how they're going to continue in the next one that comes out, Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, that one, you know,
That's right, got greenlit.
Before I get out of that one, with this one, I thought if they did an alternate scene, the guy that had to pick up the girl Mia, you know, somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, fuck, that should have been Bruce Campbell. Imagine Bruce Campbell be like, "Hey, you're okay," and he knows what's going on. And then it continues the story.
He has to pick her up really cool. Delta 88.
Yeah. That would have been badass. But this new one, I know that's been greenlit and everything like that. Have you guys heard all the rumors about it?
I don't
Not
know.
exactly. Looks like it's gonna be in the city.
Yep. And
Is this the one where it's in the high-rise building?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
This
one
script's been around for a minute. Yeah.
Oh, dude, like the way that they're planning to do this one, it's going to go straight to HBO Max, apparently.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell's going to be executive producer or director or whatever. Sam Raimi's getting his hands on it too. It's going to continue the storyline, but they haven't decided if it's going to continue off the reboot or this one, or if it's going to continue off the TV show, or if it's going to be like a Worlds Collide where it ties in the TV show and everything with the remake. But that's the rumor right now, and it's supposed to come out this year in 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm all
So,
for that. Shit.
oh hell yeah! So I mean, if we didn't get enough Evil Dead after these 2 episodes, I mean, shit, you're gonna see that new one on HBO Max.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Because again, Evil
I'm
Dead.
always down for Evil Dead.
Yeah, dude. You can't fuck with Evil Dead. But it's one of those franchises now that's got a bunch of different timelines. You know.
Yeah.
Because if you've ever seen one of the alternate endings for Army of Darkness, he drinks too much of the potion.
Yeah.
And sleeps too fucking long. He wakes up and it's like
He's
Mad Max. You know?
Oh shit.
So it's like, well, that Ash is in the future. So it's kind of cool that you can do that now. The music, it's fucking creepy. And after the beginning happens, there's that shot of the car driving through like the densest fucking woods I've ever seen, and it just hangs upside down, and like you're waiting for it. You're thinking, okay, it's gonna flip. When's it gonna flip? Why isn't it flipping? And then it does. It's a creepy shot though. The whole fucking, you know. Yeah, dude, I dig the movie a lot. Feedy has a thing for like body harm.
Yeah.
He did this and he did Leatherface that came out last year. So,
but he also did Don't Breathe with the girl who played Mia.
That's right, with the blind guy.
Yeah.
That was a fucked up movie. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, I mean, he knows how to tell a good story and shoot beautiful shots and be fucking gorific, man. Like, I mean, look what he did with Texas Chainsaw. He had his wink to fucking Evil Dead, where Leatherface
pretty shots in that movie, man. Like the poster was the one that got me. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
But I can see all those sunflowers looking like skulls too, so that's fucked up. But you know, it's funny because this is one of those remakes where it's like you almost wish you hadn't seen the previous stuff and could have like come into this one like, you know, totally fresh and stuff. That would have been because it plugs you right in, like you know what the hell's going on. Don't let the fucking teacher's assistant read Latin out of that book.
We know why we're back.
I told them over and over again not to read. Don't read it. Don't.
It says it on the fucking pages. It's like, don't read this shit, bro.
And the shit won't burn. Remember, he tried burning that shit in the bucket. It didn't work. And
like that guy's funny. A prick. He's such a douchebag. Happy to a better guy. You know?
I know, man. But you know what's funny? Why we're doing the remake is because KC had to do the freaking, you know, Adue, Dewey, Dembella. He fucking called it, man.
Oh yeah. That's fucking funny.
Shit. Yeah. So if you see some deadites coming out of the toilets, you hear some chains rustling and shit, we all can blame Casey for saying that. Got boomsticks. Shit. You just shop smart, shop S-Smart.
That's right, goddammit. Yeah. That's so funny. It's Evil Dead, man. And there's a lot of like nice I guess nods, you know, Easter eggs. Because when they get to the cabin, she's sitting on the Delta 88. The Oldsmobile Delta 88. That's Ash's car. And fuck, what was it? What was the other one? Oh, when they pull up to the cabin, because of the original, I always hear that fucking swing hit.
Yeah.
So when they're creeping up to the cabin, in my head, I'm hearing bah, bah. Like it's just Evil Dead's fucked up. They take a lot of weird shit that's not genuine, not normally creepy. And like Sam Raimi knows how to fucking like turn it on its head.
Yeah, he did it with the tree, I think, because they kept showing the scenes where, and this is the thing that I loved is that they showed her madness of like trying to break through the withdrawals. She's outside in the rain and she's running around in circles. And then all of a sudden you hear the tree banging, boom, boom, and it's building up that intensity. Then the spirit just like fucks with her, and she's like, ah, and just the music and everything all ties in together. Like you just, Finney, he did a great job on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I do like the thing where I guess the Evil Dead, it does a mimic thing with her.
Yeah.
When she first sees it, she swerves because she's gonna hit it, and it's like when her fucking head pops out of that goddamn water with her eyes all, it's like
Yes,
creepy shit, man, creepy shit. You know?
Yeah, the way her hair looked and everything was great.
Yeah.
The way it all tied together.
Behind you is terrifying.
Yeah.
Of her looking through the cellar door, it's creepy shit, man.
They did the makeup so fucking great on it because it doesn't look like it's actual like makeup on them. It looks like their actual skin tone and everything changed. And the good thing about this, and this is the thing that I love and appreciate this film for, they hardly use any CGI. They use CGI, I think, for the colored eyes, like maybe one or two scenes, but that was
They used it to accentuate stuff. They didn't use it to let's make a whole character out of CGI. No, it doesn't work.
No, this was all practical. All that blood, and then they recycled the fucking blood to make it work.
And like rightfully so, because it's Evil Dead, man. Like the first movie, they made that shit with like maple syrup and some fucking paper plates. Like it's just, so it was cool seeing the practical shit because you're like, they really cut that off. Like so
the nail gun
they
scene
did a lot of cool
fucking
shit. Even like the nail gun scene was fucking great.
Yeah. That scene where she comes in, just and what was fucked up is that like he's sitting there taking it, just bam, 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 and the fucking crowbar scene.
He's in shock. I don't know, but like, he's just like, why this bitch hit me with a nail gun?
Yeah, and then when she hit it with the fucking crowbar and his hand split in half, I go, oh fuck, ooh.
Yeah, they didn't shy away from nothing in this one, man. Like when they fucking went for it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, this movie's a lot of fun. Like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like nothing else we can say about it.
Just don't eat barbecue when you're watching this.
Fucking face off. That part was like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thing with oral and ocular, like I can't. No.
Oh.
But like she turns around all slow and like you can kind of see her teeth, but you're not sure, and then she fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. And the main girl, Jane Levy, when she's in her possessed state, she does this like neck twitch crack thing.
Yeah.
Like it looks like she shudders, but it's weird, man. It's cool as fuck. Like if that's actually her doing that, bravo, because that's creepy shit.
Well, it's funny because she doesn't do horror much anymore. She did this and she did Don't Breathe, and then she mostly does like a lot of TV stuff. And it's like, damn, she has like talent to stay in horror. Like you could be the next Scream Queen. What the fuck are you doing?
She could be huge in horror, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I would love for her to see like they continue her side of the story of Evil Dead, like a different universe. Like you said, the multiverse. They have different versions of Ash with Marvel Comics versus the Marvel Zombies, or they have a different universe where he was going to go against, Freddy versus Jason. And there was even talk when Freddy versus Jason, which, by the way, is going to be 20 years soon. They were going to do a scene where they were fighting at the end, and then Ash comes out, and then he just like gets in the middle of the fight. He's just thrown in the middle of it. Which that's what's so cool that bringing that up when you had said Slink was the different timelines, because now you could build it up like the whole Marvel Universe cinema, like you have Evil Dead the remake and then Evil Dead that's tied into the show, and you could have different versions of Ash where he was the way that they can do things now. They get an actor that looks like how he looked back in the day, and then just kind of dub voice over to him. That'd be badass if they actually did that.
Like that's totally creepy. Well, they used Mark Hamill in the Boba Fett show, and that wasn't even Mark Hamill. That was just AI.
Yeah,
with the voice, and that's creepy. That's creepy.
It's crazy how they can do that. So I mean, the technology's there for it. It's just how far they want to go with the story now.
Yeah. Because I mean, like you said with Marvel and stuff, the Doctor Strange movie just came out, directed by Sam Raimi, and they touched on it's called the Multiverse of Madness, and there's different versions of Reed Richards. There's different versions of fucking all these, characters. It's cool because they actually show it in that movie.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa! They got like the 616, the fucking all those different Marvel universes.
Yeah.
Why not do it with horror?
Fuck yeah.
I mean, Freddy's a fucking dream demon, for Christ's sake. You can do any kind of shit with horror.
Yeah.
So.
Just don't read any fucking thing in Latin, please.
Yeah, please. No fucking Latin. I don't care if you're the smart guy. You're a dumb fuck. So, but, yeah, man. Totally gets a pass from all of us, I can see.
Throws up, man. Throw that shit up.
Hell yeah, fucking Evil Dead remake. You know, and it was cool.
Yeah.
Again, they did the gender. I think we said this. The gender role switch, where
that. Yeah, you know. And before we get off on this,
I feel that's the chick.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was on the fence on that, and I still am, because of the fact of that was at that time they started doing the gender role swaps, because that's when they started talking about the Ghostbusters. And don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of a lot of different things, but if you're all for to do the gender swap and stuff like that, have a good reason for it. Have a good story that ties into it. This one makes sense, and that's why I don't have an issue with it. I mean, the only issue that I have is like, okay, it's opposite hand, but maybe they're doing that purposely because she's a girl left hand, guy right hand. You know, that's
plus we're horror purists, so we get all fucking.
Yeah, I mean, we're horror snobs. We know this movie inside and out.
Like, no, Jason wouldn't do that. Like, fucking,
put the pinkies up on this shit.
But no, it's fucking again, unless it has something, unless there's a reason for it, don't force it. Plus, I just look at it like a bunch of kids going to the cabin. Like, it's just the name Evil Dead. It's the cabin in the woods. You know, before there was the cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh boy, group of teenagers, some fucked up shit, do stupid shit, win stupid prize. That's what happened.
So. Read Latin shit, you're gonna get Latin shit.
Motherfucker, I'll shovel your ass, dude, before you start reading that goddamn shit. But so definitely check it out, man. It's definitely worth your time. If you haven't seen it, what the fuck you watching this for? Go watch it.
Go watch it.
But definitely go check it out, man. It's definitely worth your time. Even if you haven't seen the originals, you can stand alone. It's still good.
Yep.
Oh yeah, sure.
So fuck it, man. Let's get out of here. Let's go watch Nightmare on Elm Street.